On one of my most recent episodes, I had a few people question about the Thule Roof Box on top of my car, and it has been great. I've owned it for 3 years now and driven thousands of miles on it, and a few people actually asked me if I could review it, but overall it's been very good. And before we get into the review, let's give you a quick update of what's been going on and a few projects that I have lined up. To my regular viewers, or if you're new to the channel, so I do have a few projects coming up. One is installing a diesel heater on my sailboat, which is this box here. And then I have cut out the panels ready for that install on there. I am waiting for a few deliveries on a few things, including the ducting for the diesel heater. With this solar panel behind me, I've ordered the Shadow Flux panel, which is a specialist solar panel for the boat, which I'm trying to replace. But I'm also trying to get the warranty back on this broken panel here. It is made by Renology. It's a 170 watt one, and basically it stopped working. So I'm kind of trying to replace it almost like for like, but get the better panel, if that makes sense. And then I need to update the handrails on my sailboat on the decking. So I need to either sand these down or replace them. I've not quite figured out what I'm going to do with it, because the wood is split a little bit and there's plenty of water that's got into it, so it's kind of rotted a little bit. So I'm not quite sure what to do with that, but I still have a little bit of time. And this is the shed in my parents' house. As you can see, I've actually been doing a bit of landscaping for them, so it's kind of I've had a lot of things delay me get back to the boat. Plus, I haven't really worked that often either recently, so I am looking for work still. So if you are a very consistent viewer of the channel, then yeah, I'm still really struggling to find work, to be honest, and it's really becoming a problem. But yeah, let's get back to the review. Today's product review is the Thule Ocean 80 rooftop box, which holds 320 litres. I've owned this unit now for 3 years and it's been very good, so I thought I'd just give it a quick review. If you've never owned a rooftop box before, so they have a series of holes inside, so it doesn't matter if you have a smaller or longer car, and they have universal mounting fittings underneath. So basically you just fit your bar through, you have a clamp which comes with it, and then you have the screws there. And then you simply clamp it on until you can't get it any more tighter. We'll do a quick size test. So it's always quite difficult to see on camera how big things actually are. So here in the Spag for Life, there's 18 toilet rolls. So I'm just trying to use universal things that people know. This is a golf umbrella. So you can see that it fits in quite nicely. And then these are just the standard deck chairs that you get, which you'd find on the beach. There's 2 of those. This is a little pop-up tent, size 10 boots, and then this is a bag that will fit a 17-inch gaming laptop in, so it's quite bulky, and we still have plenty of space available, so this really complements what you have in your boot space. Of course, you can close it down quite easily, and it's locked just like that. I know watching videos is quite tricky to figure out how big something actually is. I'm also quite a visual person, so for me to tell you it's 320 litres of storage, 130 centimetres in length, 85 centimetres in width, and 35 centimetres in height doesn't really give you that much scale. However, everybody knows how big a can is, so here it's 12 cans wide, 20 cans long, and 3 high. When it comes to lifting the roof box on top of your car, it only weighs 10 kilograms, so it's not much at all, and you can quite easily do it, no problem. So it's pretty lightweight. And the roof racks themselves, they're not Thule branded ones, they're just generic ones that I got from Screwfix. I can't remember how much they were, maybe 40–50 pound at the time. And then for my car, I just have a little hole here that goes over, and there's one here. Usually there's some kind of plugs in there, so you just pull the plugs out. But yeah, just line it up, put the bit in, and then just tighten it up using an Allen key. So the bars do not get sold with the roof box, you do have to buy them separately, and of course each car is slightly different. Then to attach them to the bars, you just use the U-bolts and the clamps and just go around and screw them. Don't do them too tight because you can slide the box around to the position you want. I've not tightened the bolts so I can slide it over to the position I want. Personally, I prefer to have it in the middle, so what I'll do is I'll line up the lock with the aerial. So the advantage of that is it's even either side. If you're a shorter person or you struggle with your health a little bit, you might want to have it lopsided a little bit, which means it's safer from the one side for you to access the roof box on top, because obviously you're not reaching as high if it's just on the one side. Plus, if you've got a bike or anything, you can put it on the other side. For me, I prefer it in the middle, so I'm just going to slide it over, line up the lock with this, so I don't lose any of the bits and bobs. All I do is I put them all together like so, and then I'll mount it onto one of the rails. That way I won't lose any of the bits. So there's a little tip for you. And then I keep a key on my actual keys, and then I leave one in the car as well, just in case. The roof bars are actually fit inside. I keep them. Next product review is going to be an all-in-one power station by a Fairy. So it's the P310 model. I'm hoping it's going to be good because I've been waiting almost 3 weeks to get my hands on it. I did pay for my own money for it, by the way, but it's basically double the capacity of a power station that I already have by Bluetti, and it allows bigger input for more solar panels as well. So I'm really hoping it's going to be good, and if it's any good, I'll review it and put it on the channel, so feel free to subscribe. As I mentioned earlier, the QR code is on the screen for you and the link is in the description below, but as I said, I've been very happy with it and I would buy another one. That's from someone who's driven thousands of miles with it and keeps it outside for the most part, so it's in good condition. Thanks for sticking around and liking the video if you have. Welcome back if you're a subscriber, and welcome if you are new. The links for any of the products that I've used in the video are in the description below, but you've got the QR code at the top at no extra cost to you. But thanks for watching, thanks for being fans.